Okay, hello everybody. This is Yang Family Tai Chi Section 1 class. And today's new move is going to be white crane spreads its wings. But first, we're going to review everything up to then. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and go the same direction as you. Okay, stand shoulders width apart, feet facing forward, head up, hips down, hands by your sides. Prepare. Opening. Rotate your arms so the palms face back. Come up to shoulder level and then press down till you're almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left. Shift left, turn right. All the weight is on the right. Step and close, turn and shift weight. Right ward off. Shift right, turn the left toe to the corner. All the weight is on the left. Pull in, step and close, shift forward, right ward off. Roll back. Turn your arms and your waist to the corner. Then shift your weight back and turn to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands. Come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, push up to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back, flatten your hands, pull and turn all the way around. Press down, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, standing ward off step, deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift right, turn the left toe to the corner, push off your right ball, circle your arms, pull in, root the right heel, and push your hands together. Okay? Any questions on that one? Rima, I have a solution for your single whip. So if you are here and you can't pivot on the heel, just put down your foot. Just put it down to the right position. What is the right position? The right position is when you have all your weight is on the left, your right position is so that this foot points to the corner and clears the other foot. Then you can pivot, in and step.
I think it worked.
So if you just put it where you need it to be, don't worry about pivoting, okay? You're in a bow stance, you put all the weight on the left. You stand on one leg, essentially, put your foot down, pivot.
That gets my heel
To the right spot.
Yes.
Yes.
That does solve it. That's what I'm doing is I'm getting my heel out.
Right. And you're making sure that you clear the toe of the left foot so that you can do that pivot on the ball of the left foot, right? Just put it down in a spot where that works.
I have to shift back first.
You have to shift backwards. Excuse me. You have to separate empty and full still. So you're in a bow stance. 60% in the front, 40% in the back. You shift all the way to the back. What does that mean? That means it's enough that you can lift this foot, right? Put it down. Pivot. In and out.
There we go.
The reason you don't have, you're out of balance is you are not balancing on one leg at a time.
Oh, I didn't put enough of my weight.
In the front foot before you
Well, no,
put all you, so you're 60-40 when you're in the bow stance,
right.
okay? Then you shift all the way to the back so that you can lift up the front foot.
Right.
Put it down. Pivot. Pull in, step out. Bow stance.
Okay. I did 3 things wrong, but I finally got it right. I'm hypermobile, so I have to watch it with my bow stance that I'm actually sometimes closer to 90 degrees instead of 45.
Right.
I can totally do that. But then that makes this move impossible.
Right. So you're 45 degrees,
Yeah.
60% in the front, 40 in the back. Push all the way to the back. Lift up. Put it down.
Yes.
Pivot. In, out, 60-40.
So actually, before you pivot, you put pretty much all of your weight, you reverse sides.
Exactly.
And then I don't tip so much.
Right.
Okay.
That's the principle of empty and full. So if you put your weight all on the back and balance on one foot, then you should be stable.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. When I was pivoting before, I had some weight on the left.
Right.
leg. And that's,
Right.
I think, why all of this was,
Yes.
I didn't actually understand for some reason. I'm sure you said it 1,000 times, that I was all the way it was supposed to be here.
All the weight's there.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I will.
All the way. So now you move back. All the weight goes in the back so that you can lift the front foot. Place it where you want it to be.
Yeah.
Put all the weight in the back foot, which is now your right foot, right? So you can pivot. Pull in the left and step out to shoulders width for a bow stance.
Oh my gosh, it worked.
Okay.
I am
So,
determined this is going to work.
well, I realize it's going to take some practice, but I just wanted you to get the idea.
Yes.
So that you can practice it. Do you
Yes.
understand what I'm saying?
You're absolutely, no, there were a whole bunch of things I was doing wrong, including
Shift weight.
didn't shift, not all of it. I was shifting, but now I just did all of it, and it's very easy to pivot.
Right.
So wait a minute, you're never doing what I was doing before, which was, when I was doing this, it was, that's not the move.
That's not the move.
Because this has to be free to do that. Oh,
Yes.
that was half of the problem. You saw me every time going like this.
So
It was.
So what that means is you're not separating empty and full. You don't have good balance on the full leg before you step out with the empty leg, right?
I think I could have good balance if I just put all the weight on it, but
Yes.
I wasn't doing that. And I didn't realize that until this second. So yes, I think if I practice it now that way and really shift all the way.
Shift all your weight, separate empty and full.
So this is kind of exciting.
So shift back,
Okay.
place your foot,
Oh,
pivot all the weight on the back foot, pivot the front foot, pull in, step out.
yeah.
Yes?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. A little practice and you've got it.
Well, no, it was more than that. It was your research a little bit, but for now, I'll do it that way.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, since you were not here for last class,
No,
we will do a little bit more review on raise hands and step forward. Okay? Which is the next move.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Lorraine. I hope you don't mind that. Okay. I'm gonna mute because there's this fan.
okay. So, I'm going to do it in the same direction as you first. Then I'm going to turn around so that you can see the hands. Okay? So, in the same direction as you would be coming from single width. Okay? So, you're going to shift to the right, turn the left toe to the corner, push off the ball of the right foot, circle your arms, pull in your foot, root the right foot, and close, putting 30% of your weight on the front foot. So this is the first empty stance. So the difference between an empty stance and a boat stance are two things. One is that you're one line, two sides. So if I'm at a bow stance, I look like this. When I'm in an empty stance, I look like this. Can you see? One is shoulder width and one is one line, two sides. And there are two kinds of empty stance. There is a heel touch and a ball touch. When I say a heel touch, I do not mean the edge of my heel. I want the entire ball of the heel touching the floor. Now, when I'm here, the ball of my foot is not touching the floor. Only the ball of the heel is touching the floor. When I'm doing a ball touch, the reverse is true. The ball of my foot is touching the floor, but the heel is not touching the floor. Okay? So that's, I guess there are three things. One is one line, two sides. Two is you're either on the ball or on the heel. And the third is the weight distribution. So in an empty stance, the weight distribution is 70% in the back and 30% on the front. So when did you have a 70% in the back and 30% in the front before this move? You had it once before. You had it at rollback. When you were in rollback, remember when you were here, you came here and then you shifted your weight back, right? This was 70-30. even though your footwork is still in a bow stance. But this is an empty stance weight distribution with a bow stance footwork. Do you see what I'm saying? But I bring that up because I want you to realize that you had felt this before, okay? This distribution before. So if I am doing it facing you, I am at single whip. And if let's just look at the footwork. I'm at a bow stance, okay? I'm going to shift all my weight to the back foot. Then I'm going to pivot on the heel of my left foot so that it goes to the corner. Now my feet are kind of parallel to each other. Then I'm going to push off the ball of my right foot so that my weight can go in the left foot. Then I'm going to pull in and step out and then put 30% of my weight on the heel of the front foot. So that's the footwork for raised hands. Okay? So one more time. You're at a bow stance. You shift all the weight to the back foot. Then you pivot the front foot so that it's parallel to the other foot. Then you shift your weight to the left foot, pivot on the right foot. That helps you turn your hips and pull in, place your heel of the right foot, one line, two sides, and then root, and then put in 30%. You will know if you put too much weight in the front because you will pitch forward, okay? So if I'm doing it from here, I turn, I push off, I place, and then I'm putting 30%. Can you see? I still have the slant, right? I still have the slant of my spine, but I'm not here. I'm here. Can you see that? So the way Nancy describes, how do you know it's 30%? The objective way of doing it is you get a bathroom scale, you weigh yourself, figure out what 30% is, put your foot on the scale and press down till you get to that number. And you will find that it's more than you think. So the important thing about empty stances is that you are pressing down, as opposed to a bow stance, which is always forward. You're moving forward. An empty stance is always down, usually down with a waist turn. Okay, so in the case of this one, what you're doing is shift weight to the right, turn the left, push off the right, pull in, step, and 30%. And what you do with your arms is you are here, shift back, turn, arms haven't changed yet. As you push off the right, you're going to circle your arms, root the heel, and turn and close. And when you turn and close, you'll stand in front of the camera better. Can you see my hands are in either side of the center line of my body? In other words, if my nose tells you where the center line is. My hands are on either side of that line. Okay, so they're tilted slightly down, and the left hand, the tiger mouth is facing the middle of the right forearm. So, and from the side, you can see as I circle, you can see I'm coming back. Can you see? There's this turn as I close. That's where the energy is. So the energy is produced by the turn and putting the weight down. So if I'm forward, it looks like this. I'm circling, I'm rooting, turning, turning. Okay? Any questions on that one? Yes, Lorraine.
When you, after you're done turning, are you facing at 12 o'clock?
Yes, I'm facing 12 o'clock. But my body is more to the corner. So if I'm coming here, I am facing 12 o'clock, but when I turn, can you see my shoulders are more to the corner, even though I'm facing 12 o'clock. So I have that effect. Okay. So let's do it a couple more times, and then we'll go to the next move. So if you're at single width, you shift weight back. You turn your left toe to the corner. Then you push off the right ball and start circling your arms. You root and close. Okay? So that was a pretty simple move, right? The next one is slightly more complicated. The next one is white crane spreads its wings. And I'm going to show it to you in the direction you're doing it first, but then I'm going to do it on the side so that you can see better. So if I were at single width, I'm doing raise hands. I come back, root, close. And as I close, I make that 30%. Then white crane, I turn slightly, turn my hands, pull down, shift all my weight to the back, step and close, turn, step and open. Okay, so let's look at the footwork on this one. I'll do the footwork in the same direction as you because you can see my feet. Okay, so if I am at raise hands, I am at empty stance, heel touch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my weight to the back, lift up my toe. Then I'm going to lift my foot and place it so that they're parallel. Then I'm going to shift all my weight to the right, turn and pivot, pull in, ball touch, and 30% to the front. So let's do that again. So heel touch to the 12 o'clock. Then shift weight back, lifting up your toe. Then step. Shift all the way to the right. Turn and pivot your left foot. Pull in. Put down the ball of your foot and then put down 30%. Okay, any questions?
Yeah, there was somewhere in there the time before where you said push off with the ball of your foot, and I didn't find it this last time.
Okay, you don't push off with the ball. Well, what happens is you're in a heel touch here. Essentially, you're shifting your weight all the way to the back. So the ball of your foot is up. But you're not pushing off it because it was never down, right? On a heel touch, the ball of the foot doesn't touch the floor. So when you shift your weight back, you shift it back, put your foot up, your toe up, put down your foot, shift your weight to the right, turn and pivot the left foot, pull in, put down the ball of the foot, and add 30%. The pushing off was for raise hands. Okay, when you were doing raise hands, I pushed off the ball of the right foot here as I circled, right? But not for this one. Okay, so for this one, it's your heel touch. You shift all your weight to the back so that you can lift this foot and put it down. Then you shift all the way to the right, pivot and turn. Then pull in, put down the ball, and 30%. It'll be a little clearer when you see the hands. Okay, I'm going to do it sideways so that you can see the hands a little bit better. So if I were at single whip facing you, I'm shifting back. I'm turning the left toe toward the corner. I'm circling as I push off the right ball. I'm rooting the right heel and closing. So that's raise hands. White crane, I'm going to turn my hands. Then, as I shift back, I'm going to pull down, circle my arms, step and close. Shift my weight to the right, turn and pivot. Step out and empty stand. So the important parts are when you're here, you're actually going to turn your waist slightly when you're going to turn your hand. And the reason is that you want to give your hands enough clearance as they come down the side of your body. Can you see what I mean? So you're here, you turn your hands, and then you pull down and shift your weight back. Then you circle your arms, step and close. Then shift your weight to the right, turn as you pivot the left foot. Step and open. So in terms of the hands, what you're doing is, the first thing you're doing is you're turning your hands so that the palms face each other. Then you're pulling down, circling the left as the right turns palm up. So if you just looked at the right, when you're here and you just looked at the right, this is what it looks like. It just looks like that, okay? And you end up with palm up, right? When you're here, the left hand has to travel more. The left hand swings and closes. So you're here, pull down, the left hand swings and closes. Okay? So when you're closing, you can see the left elbow is over the right hand, and the left hand is like shoulder level, right? So that's what it looks like. So you're here, you turn, you pull down, circle, and then when you close, you step. So it's step and close is the coordination. Then you're going to shift your weight to the right and then pivot as you face forward. Then step toe forward and white crane. So how do you make the white crane from this? When you're here, if you look at just the right hand, what you're going to do is you're going to come up and turn over. And you turn over by turning your forearm. You're not flicking your wrist. You are turning your forearm to get it up there. Okay, just like when you did rollback. Remember when you did rollback? You were here and you turned out. You're going to do the same thing here. You're here and you're going to turn out, except it's going to be up instead of to the side. It's the same motion, okay? So what happened to the left hand? When you're here, your right hand is coming over your head. Your left hand is basically going to settle in front of your hip. And where did you see this position before? At the very beginning. When you did opening, the left hand is the same hand as you had for opening. Okay? A little bit in front of your hip, almost to the bottom, same hand. Okay? So if you were here and you turn your hands over, you pull, all the weight goes to the back as you circle, step and close, shift to the right, and turn and pivot on the left ball. Then pull in, step out, and open. One up, one down, right? The thing that is important to remember when you're coming up is you want to keep your elbow down. You don't want your elbow to be up because then your shoulder will ride up. So you want to try to keep your shoulder down. So when you're here and you come up, your elbow is down, not here, but here, okay? And it's going to be above your head because you're trying to protect from someone hitting you, okay? So let's do that a few more times. So if you are in heel touch, empty stance, your hands have just closed, you're going to turn a little bit and rotate your arms so that your hands face each other. Shift all your weight back as you pull down, circling your arms, step and close. Then shift your weight to the right, pivot the left as you face forward, step and open. Are there any questions on that one? You have to remember to keep your empty stance. So when you step forward, don't step too wide. One leg, two sides. Don't cross, but don't step too wide. Okay. And get that 30% in. So if you're looking at it this way, pull down, step and close, turn, step and open. Or I should maybe do it some other direction. Okay. Questions?
Is there any chance that we could put those two moves together, raise hands and step forward and
Yes.
then white crane?
So let's do it from single whip.
Okay.
So I'm at single whip. I'm doing it the same direction you would be doing it in the form. Okay. So I'm shifting right, turning the left foot to the corner, shifting left, pushing off the right ball as I circle. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands. Pull down, shift weight back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn and pivot. Step and open. Did that work? Okay, let's do that a few times. Okay, from single whip. So, do you want me to do it from a different direction? Or is this okay? Okay, I'll do it in the same direction as you, because then you can follow along. So, single whip, shift right, turn the left foot to the corner, push off the right ball, circle your arms, pull in, root the right foot, and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands. Pull down and shift all your weight to the back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn and pivot the left foot. Step and open. Putting 30% weight on the front. Are there any questions? Don't cross your feet. So let's do it a couple more times. Okay, single whip. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Push off the right ball. Circle your arms. Root the right heel. 30% and close. White crane spreads its wings. Rotate your arms so the hands face each other. Pull down as you shift all your weight to the back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Shift weight and pivot. Step and open.
The
Yes.
final leg position, I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out whether if one leg is straight or if they're both bent.
The front leg is straighter than the back leg because the back leg has 70% of the weight on it. So if you're looking at it from the side, it looks like this. Can you see it's kind of straighter than the back leg? Kind of hard to see. The difference is with the front leg is straighter with the ball touch than the heel touch. When you have the heel touch, the leg is slightly bent in order to put that heel here. The heel touch, can you see the leg is slightly bent in order to put that 30% into the heel? Whereas in this case, when you have the ball touch, it doesn't really need to be bent in order for you to transfer that 30% to the front. Can you see that? So the two differences are in terms of the legs and the body orientation are when you are doing the heel touch, not only is your leg more bent, but your body is more toward the corner. When you're doing the ball touch, okay, here, your body is more square and your front leg is more straight. Okay? So even though they're both empty stances, there are some differences between the two things. So I want to do from a single whip a couple more times, and then let's do it from the beginning. Okay? So from single whip, raise hands and step forward. Shift back. Move the left toe to the corner. Push off the right ball. Circle your arms. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your arms so the palms face each other. Pull down as you shift your weight back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn. Pivot the right, left ball. Step and open. One more time. Single whip. Raise hands and step forward. Shift back. Turn the left toe to the corner. push off the right ball, circle your arms, root the right heel, close with your 30%. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your arms. Pull down, shift your weight to the back, circle, close and step. Turn as you pivot the left ball. Step and open. Okay, any questions?
After you step,
Yes,
um,
go
af-
ahead, Lorraine, go ahead.
after you step and open, are you shifting your weight farther into your ball?
When you open, you're putting 30% into the ball. So when I come back, step and close, turn. Can you see?
Hmm,
The weight is going 30% into the ball of the front foot.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Rima, you had a question?
I'm just getting like one thing more correctly each time that we do it. So it's good. It's good.
Okay, well, let's do it one more time from single whip, and then we'll do it from the beginning, okay? So from single whip, raise hands and step forward, shift right, turn the left foot to the corner, push off the right ball, circle your arms, root the right heel, 30% and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands to face each other. Pull down and shift your weight to the back. Circle your arms, step and close. Turn and pivot the left ball. Step and open. Okay? So let's just do it one more time from the very beginning, and then we'll close class. Okay? I'm going to turn around and okay. Feet parallel, shoulders width apart, head up, hips down, hands by your side. Prepare. Opening. Rotate your arms so the palms are facing back. Come up to shoulder level. Press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail. Ward off left. Shift left. Turn right. All the way to the right. Step and close. Turn and shift weight. Right ward off. Shift right. Turn the left toe to the corner. All the way to the left. Pull in. Step and close. Right ward off. Roll back. Turn to the corner as you rotate your arms. Shift your weight back as you turn to the other corner. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left. Expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders. Flatten your hands. Come back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest. Push up to shoulder level. Single whip. Shift back. Flatten your hands. Turn and pull all the way around. Press down, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward, shift right, turn the left toe to the corner. Circle your arms as you push off the right ball. Root the right heel as you close and shift weight. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands so the palms face each other. Pull them down as you shift your weight back. Circle, step and close. Turn, step and separate. How did that feel? Just takes practice, right? Well, I hope that helped. And next time we are going to start brush knee. So that's exciting. Any questions before we close? No? Okay. Thank you for coming to class. And I'll see you next week.
Much. Thank you, Rita.
Sure.
Bye.
Thank you, Rita. Great class.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.